This feels like a real good place to start as we dig into Season 3 of Tulsa King. You see Dwight, the General Manfredi there, he's played by Sylvester Stallone. Across from him is a well-dressed rancher, and this meeting doesn't exactly look cordial, does it? I mean, dude is giving the cold stare right back to Dwight. There's actually a real good reason for this, and Paramount kind of spoiled it, but first, take another look. Actually, all the pictures I'm going to share with you today are provided by Paramount, so this isn't one of those bait and switch videos that draws you in with a gnarly thumbnail only to speak in generalities and leave you really unsatisfied. Long-time subscribers know we don't do that. If I'm gonna offer a crazy theory, you'll know it's just a theory, one that we can for sure talk about in the comments section below. The guy sitting across from Dwight is Jeremiah Dunmire, and he's a bad man played by a very good actor, a famous actor. In fact, he's one of 2 very famous actors to sign on for Season 3. The show really upgraded this year, at least on paper. My Jelly Roll might have been the biggest celebrity last season, and he only appeared for an episode.
Speaking of, I gotta go in here and tidy up right quick.
Are you a singer? You're not gonna try singing, are you?
I mean, how hard can it really be?
I did love seeing wrestler Mike Cashflow Walden, and here, it's confirmation that he's back too. But as other Taylor Sheridan shows landed stars like Sam Elliott and Andy Garcia, it kind of felt like Tulsa King was scouting the minor leagues. Not anymore. Robert Patrick plays Dunmire. He was the villain in Terminator 2, and more recently he was the sheriff in 1923. Expect Dwight and his crew to go after him like they did Ming in Season 2, and like they did that Irish guy who now stars alongside Morris Chestnut on CBS's Watson in Season 1. I could never pronounce his name. Deadline and Variety have been ahead of everybody as far as cast updates go, and they share that Dunmire is a powerful and forceful man with deep pockets in the liquor business. I'm all in on him, but he's not even the most exciting new actor. No, that would be this guy. On screen, his name is Russell L. Washington Jr., and he's sent from New Orleans to kill Dwight Manfredi. Gasp! The problem is that he and Dwight were prison buddies, and Russ ends up getting inspired by the Tulsa operation to the point that he plans to go back to the Big Easy and set up his own shop. Of course, the actor is Samuel L. Jackson of Pulp Fiction and Capital One fame, plus a ton of other memorable movies from my childhood, not the least of which is Snakes on a Plane. Yeah, I watched it. Sam is actually going to star in a Tulsa King spin-off set for 2026, so the main point of his appearance is to set up that pivot. I think he'll probably appear for an episode, maybe 2. There's more. Actor Kevin Pollak has joined Season 3 as Special Agent Musso. He was, of course, a big part of the Usual Suspects movie, which is somehow 30 years old.
Hand me the keys, you f***ing cocksucker.
We're not just going through cast all day here, although one character from Season 2 is coming back in a way nobody saw coming. We'll get there. I believe Special Agent Musso sets up a major plot point for Season 3, but for that, we have to go back to the end of Season 2 to remember how it finished. Dwight was more or less kidnapped in the middle of the night, and then he was placed in an interrogation room and told,
Who are you?
You work for us now.
The popular theory is that the feds want Dwight on their side as they try to take down Bill Bellavacqua, the Kansas City gangster that Dwight formed a pretty uneasy peace with in the finale. If you recall, it was Bellavacqua who killed Dwight's former New York mob boss, Chicky. That wasn't nearly as satisfying a scene as I was hoping for. The Tulsa crew is not aware that Dwight is under the thumb of the FBI. You can see that all of them are back for the new season here. My big bold prediction is that one of them won't survive the season. Who? Yeah, I got nothing. Maybe Mitch? If only because aside from acting and looking super cool, it's not really clear what his job is. That's just a guess. Let me know what your takeaways are from all these pictures. I think Tyson is the second most important character on this show, and you see him here doing the Lord's work. In a lot of ways, this is the story of an old head teaching the next generation how business gets done. To me, that plotline is more important than any of the subplots, including Dwight's relationship with Margaret, seen here with, hold the phone, Cal Thresher is back? I figured he'd leave town, but the truth couldn't be further away. I actually had a chance to talk with Neil McDonough earlier this year about his new movie The Last Rodeo, plus his time on Yellowstone and Tulsa King for a new episode of the Dutton Rules podcast. He also explained how he was invited back for Season 3 of Tulsa King to play Governor Cal Thresher. Did not see that coming. There is one other antagonist to look out for, but honestly, I'm really having a hard time figuring out how big of a role he plays. This guy in the center is actor James Russo playing Quiet Ray Renzetti, a New York mob boss said to be calm and measured. Yeah, probably not for long because of this picture. Tulsa King Season 3 is set for a premiere on Paramount Plus on September 21st, and if it's like Season 2, it'll be 10 episodes wrapping up on November 23rd, which totally makes sense because there's another Paramount Plus show created by Taylor Sheridan that's set to debut in late November. I'm talking about Season 2 of Landman. I definitely anticipate some cross-promotion between these two shows. The conversation that I'd really like to begin with you now is, how do you feel about Season 3 after a second season that was uneven? Honestly, at times it felt like the cast and the writers were sort of just phoning it in, or maybe they just didn't click. Am I wrong? Did it end strong enough for you to come back full throttle? Comment below and let's keep it civil. I did love Season 1 and I'm hopeful that Season 3 can come back just as strong. Quietly, I'm worried that Season 2 of Landman may also suffer, but that's a new video. I'm Billy Dukes for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing.